Hello and welcome to another crossword solve. Today is Friday the 25th of August 2023 and today's crossword is set by Tramp. This is number 29158. So let's have a look. One across. Quickly prepare large drink on time. Okay, on time usually means the letter T, in this case either on the beginning or the end of this phrase. It's 4-2. I suspect the definition is quickly prepare. And then we're told large drink, prepare, large drink. Not sure on that one. Let's have a look at one down. Revealing breasts reduced following last of implant surgery. I mean, I have a word in mind for, in this case, the definition is revealing breasts, which would be topless. Why would that be? Okay, last of implant is the letter T. And surgery is op. And less is reduced. Okay, that works. And that, of course, fits nicely with on time, in this case being at the beginning. Quickly prepare, that must be toss up. Oh yes, okay. So in this case, if you ignore the barrier between the two words, sup is drink, and in this case large is not the letter L, it's OS for oversize. Let's have a look at two down. Model entering beach to show stomach. Stomach can be your tum, can be a verb as well. If you can stomach something, you can bear it, you can stand. Yes, okay. Sand is beach, and here the letter T actually comes from Model T, which was, I think, one of the first cars that Ford ever produced in the United States. 9 across. What might be on table is put with McDonald's food, no starter. I'm guessing the definition is what might be on table. Is put with McDonald's food but no starter. So a word for food with its first letter elided is put with McDonald's. Could be the letter M, which I think is their sort of trademark logo. Need a few more letters. Let's look at 3. IT handles customer calls. Okay. That must be usernames because a user is a customer and names are calls, and it's IT handles as in someone's identifier. 11. Party of women out of hotel, number pointing at you. I suspect the definition here is pointing at you. Party of women. We're told out of hotel. Number. Okay, a Hindu is a party of women with hotel missing. Gives us like that. Endo and then N for number. And if something's end on, I suppose it means that it's coming straight at you. Let's go back to 9. What might be on table? That's got to be placemats. Put. Put is place. Right. Then M for McDonald's, hence the logo. Oh, and food is eats without the E. No for no starter. Okay. 8 down. Copy coach getting 10 regularly. Well, I don't know the answer to 10 across just yet, but let's have a look. Brazil has particular coffee. Well, Brazil abbreviates to BR typically. Okay, definition is coffee, but not a type of coffee, rather as a colour, because that's brown. BR does stand for Brazil, and own can mean particular, as in one's own looks, one's own skills, that sort of thing. Okay. So what does that do for 8? Copy. Getting 10 regularly, so I suspect regularly here is alternate letters of brown. And so the definition is copy, and the extra part of this word is a word for coach. Copy. Copy can be just that, a replica, or it can also, I think copy is a type of ape. Oh, coach is car, as in a railway carriage, and the regular letters of brown being BON gives us carbon, and carbon copy is just that. 13 across. Maidens going out with band member. Definition here is band member. And I suspect the answer to this is an anagram of maidens, where going out is the anagram indicator. That would make sideman in that case, and the sideman is somebody who is a supporting musician, I think, in a band. Uh, 17 across. Dirt. So pigs rolling around. Anagram of so pigs. That's quite clever. Rolling around being the anagram indicator. Oh yes, if somebody has dirt on someone, that can be said to be gossip. 14 down. Sure is one not adored as work. Not adored is 9 letters. At work could be an anagram indicator, and that is supported by the letters D and O already as part of the answer. Sure is one. Ah, that's clever. That's another product placement actually, because Sure here in the UK at least is a brand of deodorant, and that indeed is an anagram of not adored. Let's have a look at 18 down. Designer, lotion ultimately could be letter N, collected by shaver. Designer, lotion ultimately collected by shaver. Not sure on that one. Let's try 22 across with an O. After judge catches Republican lying. Okay. Definition here could be lying. Usually the letter R is clued for Republican somewhere, so the letter R is in here somewhere. And then after and judge are likely the words we need for this. Not sure without a few more letters. Let's try 26 across with an A. Asian and European country without borders. The definition here is probably Asian, where we need to think of a European country and take its first and last letter away, and what we're left with is somebody from Asia. Romania is a country in Europe, and if you take the R and the A away, you're left with Omani, which fits. 23 down. Bottom of skirt reaching far up, top of leg. That wants to be thigh. Bottom of skirt is the letter T, and far up is high. Definition here is top of leg. 28 across. One serves meat that's more tough. One serves meat. Okay, this is a double definition. It's quite clever, actually. So a butcher is one who serves meat. However, if one is butcher, then it could be described as somebody who is more tough, where the word butch is considered tough, but butcher is tougher. 21 down. See Mike with a lead or lead boxing, showing confidence. If it is lead, then chemically the symbol for lead is Pb after plumbum in Latin. M is a standard abbreviation for Mike, because that's part of the NATO alphabet, plus an A for A lead, so APB. Okay, and then C is low, as in lo and behold, see and receive. So a plum is confidence. So let's break that down. M for Mike, A for A, and PB for lead, and then C is low inside of all of that. Have another look at this one again. After judge catches Republican lying. Oh, this is clever. This is lying as in prostrate, as in positional lying, rather than telling fibs. And this works because we have post, P-O-S-T, which is after, post dinner, post work, that sort of thing. R for Republican, and then rate is judge. So if you rate, I don't know, somebody's work, you're judging it, you're scoring it, that sort of thing. 18 down. No, I'm going to need 27 eventually, I think, for that. 19 down. Races America out of blocks. Quite the opposite. The definition here could be races, which is broad because that could be a verb, it could be the name of a race course. American could be the letter A. Out of blocks. Quite the opposite. Nothing leaping out at me. Before I start cold solving some of these, let's actually jump back up to the northeast corner and just see if I can use any of these letters as a guide. 4 down. Off sick. Not available. Okay, sick not is 7 letters. Off is an anagram indicator sometimes. If something's off, it's gone bad. Milk can be said as being off. Therefore, the definition is actually available. It's a nice surface to this clue. If something's available, it's often said to be in stock. Since we're here, 15 across the K, wind up, peg out, little one. Okay, if one pegs out, they die. That's slang for dies or passes. And definition I think here is little one, as in a child or a kiddie. So it is kiddie. So die, as I say, is peg out. And then if you wind somebody up, you tease them or you kid them. 4 across. One sees couple at the back. Inside pictures. Pictures could be the definition. Okay. So couple at the back is the letter E. Pictures here could be collective noun. It's likely though this could be a verb. So if one pictures something one imagines, ideates would fit. Let's break that down. I, for one, if you date plurally, date you sees, as in if you're dating somebody, you're seeing them. You know, what used to be called courting. With that extra E for couple at the back. Okay, 5 down. Went out of section of dartboard after treble in the middle. Went out of section of dartboard after treble in the middle. Okay. So treble in the middle is EB. Okay. So the definition here is went out. And if one thinks of the tide ebbs and flows. And ebbed is went out. EB is treble in the middle. And a section of dartboard is a bed. "12 across, ruddy. Family photograph." Definition here is ruddy. Family is blood. Thankfully that's made easier by the crossing letters here already. And photograph is shot, as in a snap, a shot, a photo. And bloodshot means ruddy. 7 down. Son lost it. Any reason? Okay. SS for son is a common abbreviation. And then letters of it, any, where lot is an anagram indicator. The colon here is just part of the clue for the surface, so we can ignore it. The definition is reason, as in logic. This is therefore sanity, as in of the mind. Six down. One might get food by filling hot jacket potato. Finally ordered selection. What? One might get food by filling. Not sure, but we've made good progress in that corner. Did we check? Yes, we did. Let's look at 16 down with a D. TV bore with rock group. TV bore with rock group. This could be a. I don't think the definition is rock group, as in geology, because the clue is too short. If the definition is group, it's too loose. TV, on the other hand, is interesting. I think what we're meant to do here is there's a word for bore with 4 letters and a rock group for 5. Definition's TV. Now, TV as an abbreviation doesn't just have to stand for television. It quite often can also stand for transvestite, and therefore I think drag queen would fit. So drag is bore. and Queen is a very well-known rock group. 24 across. Spanish, Come Again. On Vacation, Start Adventure. So que is Spanish for what or come again, and start on vacation is st, and a quest is an adventure, hence adventure is the definition. 25 down. Ulcerative colitis cases. Possible cause, question mark. Okay. So immediately I'm thinking cases tends to mean beginning and end letters of words. But the question mark here is an indicator sometimes that there could be a clever play on words happening. Or it's also possible that the answer is actually what I call an embed, i.e. it's contained wholly within the letters of the entire clue. So the definition here is that there could be something that causes ulcerative colitis. And if I scan through the clue, I can see E. coli is in there, and E. coli is indeed two separate words. I think it's I think some people hyphenate it, but these days not always. 29 across. Releases United fixtures afternoon. So afternoon suggests the letter N after that. So fixtures are ties, and U stands for United. And if you untie, or if you unties, you release in that sense. Okay. 27. Issue. Taking tablet yourself. My first thought is issue usually means son, as in one's issue, being a family member. That's not the case here. The definition is presumably yourself. Okay, taking tablet. Yes, okay. I want that to be on E, where E is a stand-in for ecstasy, and number is issue, as in a periodical or a magazine, that sort of thing. Indeed, number one, looking after number one, for example, as a phrase, indicates looking after oneself. Okay. So 20 down. They throw golf clubs. This wants to be a double definition, i.e. a word that means they throw, and golf clubs. Oh, putters would fit. So putters are clubs, golf clubs, which are used to make putts on a green, and shot putters throw sort of cannonball type shapes at things. 19 across. Live with mistress, husband in bed, excited, something up. So up is excited. Live with Mrs. Oh yes, if one is shacked up, they're living with somebody like a mistress. How does that work? H for husband. Oh, and yeah, so here, sack is bed. I'm going to hit the sack. I'm going to go to bed, and H for husband. That's how that works. 19. Races American out of blocks. Quite the opposite. Okay, I think I can see how this works. So blocks as a verb. So if one stems something, one blocks it. So if you stem the tide of something, you're blocking it. And then A for American gives us steams. Again, steams as a verb, which means if you're steaming along, if you're steaming at something, you're racing right toward it or right at it. So races as a verb is the answer. Sorry, it's the definition as a verb, and steams is the answer. Quite the opposite though. So it's not, you're not racing the American out of blocks. It's the opposite, because the American is inside the blocks, if you see what I mean, because the A is inside stems. Good grief, Tramp, that's ingenious. 18 down. Designer lotion ultimately collected by shaver. Right, okay, a designer, I need to think about this a bit more, but a designer is a planner. So no one specific surname in this case is generalized. Okay. A planer is somebody who shaves, as in planing very thin strips of wood off the surface. And then we're left with lotion ultimately being that second N. Okay. That leaves us with 6 down as our last one in. One might get food by filling. Hot jacket potato finally ordered selection. Right. So jacket potato finally could be T and O. Plus HOT ordered. And pick is selection. Okay, I think I can see this. So toothpick, I think, wants to be the answer. One might get food by filling. Oh, I suppose. Honestly, Tramp is very clever. I suppose if one has food stuck in one's teeth or tooth, then one might get a dental filling, and therefore one might get food by filling is a toothpick. Good grief. So that's hot plus T. So that's hot plus T and O, or T and O are the finally letters ordered, and then selections pick. Good heavens above. That was Quite a tricky crossword for a Friday, but absolutely fantastic. Perhaps the best crossword that I've looked at all week, and that's saying something because there have been some tremendous crosswords this week, every day. But this one, I think, just about pips a post for being particularly clever. Not because it's themed in any way necessarily, not because there's anything tricky, but the clues, the surfaces, the way the clues read, everything is fair, and there's just enough lateral thinking needed to make this something really special. So thank you very much to Tramp. Thank you for those of you who are watching this still, and I will catch you in the next one.